Okay. Let's see. Where am I? I wonder, I have two screens. Hold on. Because I can't. Wait for the screen to load up over there. Chat is open, people. We're doing the budget review for May, and then the budget plan for June, and progress update on my goals for 2019. Where is my channel? Oh, I can watch that video later. My channel. Here. Okay. Okay, so usually that works. Okay. Okay, so scroll up. This is June. I made some changes, as I do, because I like to play with my spreadsheet. This is what it looked like before, which is still like a newer version of it. Yeah. Household income is pretty low, because like typically it's like 2,000, so somewhere in there. She had 900 in there, but I didn't. But it's not like I survived. I survived. The thing is, if like based on the baby steps of like Dave Ramsey's baby step plan, I kind of dropped off. I'm gonna be honest. I dropped off. I'm paying the minimum payment on my high interest loan because I don't have a choice on that matter because they kind of take the payments out my account automatically every month, and then everything else was just I'm just not motivated to doing anything. Even my grocery budget was low because typically that's like it's almost $250 a month. That was low. It's just yeah, the whole month of May was just it sucked. And then yeah, my granddad did die this month. So there's that. So maybe I was mourning that and avoiding my family. It takes a lot of energy doing that because they want me to operate a certain way and I don't operate the way that they do. And plus, there's just other things going on with my mental health that need to be addressed. So everything got paused for May. Like, my goal of making $100 a day totally got paused for the month of May. And that's just what happened. Like, it's just what happened because I didn't really want to do anything for a month of May, even though I should have. But I made it out okay. Mostly like things worked out the way it did in the month of May. So it's not like it was horrible. But in the month of June, we got plans. So I was dealing with my disability thing. I have to report my income to them, and they wanted a whole recap of my business income for the whole month of June, like the whole year of 2018. So they got that. I was dealing with contacting them, getting a hold of people that handle my file, and finally that came out with some good news. So there's money coming from that the end of June, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm expecting about $1,700 based on how my income report worked out last year. And I'm really, really happy about it because that will actually start my baby step one. Or because I'm really on rebuilding my credit, it'll end up being money towards a secure credit card. I'm going for the 5,000 secure credit card because my $300 credit card doesn't do a whole lot of moving my business forward of certain expenses I have in my business for affiliate marketing. So there's that. One of my audios working. Is it working? Doesn't do a whole lot of moving my business forward. Okay, good. The audio's working. Okay. Yeah. June, like I said, I'm a fixed expense. My housing cost is still $1,200.73. My plan for transportation is still $250 a month. Um, I'm not really traveling anywhere too far for the month, like in the month, because I'm staying home, I'm staying focused, I need to make money. Yeah, like right now everything's just home central, stay home. Anybody else that needs to see me, you can wait until I feel like I need to see you. So there's that happening. So like my lifestyle category is 3,000. Like I budget for $3,330.40 for my lifestyle category. That's if everything in this budget is spent on the lifestyle category. And typically, not a whole lot. Like it's not. Usually, it's miscellaneous money, my hair, laundry, groceries, and then clothes. Like that's typically what I would spend if I'm spending, and that's also assuming that I'm working. There's that. Like being someone that lives with bipolar disorder and has coping skills that operate in a certain way, I tend to retreat. I tend to avoid a lot of responsibilities because my mind doesn't have the energy to do all those things. And then on top of that, there's a lot of people that do not live with me that are telling me what I should be doing, and they don't live here. So it's a lot of just retreat, avoid everybody, go to my doctor's appointments, and eat something, and maybe do something around the house, like clean the bathroom or do the dishes or do some laundry. Yeah. So, and now I have to figure out how to turn that energy into make money online. So there's that's happening. Like it's like just because I take my medication for my bipolar disorder doesn't mean the bipolar disorder is magically gone. It is still very much there. And with the recent week I had of going to my doctor's appointment because my foot is swelling, um, they got notes from a follow-up appointment that they're not happy about that I have to deal with on Monday, and I'm trying to put that behind me. I'm trying to put that behind me because they are they're doctors. They're supposed to tell you the pros and cons of their treatment, their diagnosis, and you make the decision for yourself because it's your life that you're living. And I have an issue right now where my healthcare team, I'm going to call it that, because my doctor has many doctors and she has assistants and stuff like that in her office, where they're not my regular person. They don't see me ever. They're only seeing me because my main doctor's on probably mat leave or mommy duty or whatever. And they look at notes on my file and then make an opinion about me. They didn't know anything about me. So now I gotta muster up all the tools I've been learning in therapy to tell these people that they stepped a boundary. Like they really stepped a boundary, and hopefully it goes out well. And I'm really, really anxious about it. I'm super anxious about it because of the way that they handled it. And I'm not ready to fully talk about it yet because I don't know what it is. And and then I have my therapy, and the way that the doctor's office, the primary doctor, refers me to the therapist 10 years now, and now new notes are adding up on my file based on my self-management, my coping skills, and all this stuff, and they're mad. It's not even like they have a place to be mad because I have to go live my life and make my choices myself. Same thing with this whole living on a budget, spending your money, paying off debt, You choose the life you want to live, whatever that is. If you want to keep your debt piling up high and never make payments and have things go to collections or foreclosure on your house, you can do that. You can do all of that and then end up homeless and then scrounging every day for basic needs that you need. You can go do that. Or you can live like nobody else, so you can live and give like nobody else. I'm somewhere in between. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be poor, but I want to take care of me because nobody else is going to do it, even though they have multiple opinions of how I'm supposed to do it. They're still not doing it. Like I'm a full-grown, mature adult who's built up credit, filed bankruptcy, took some college courses, got one apartment, then a two apartment. This is apartment two. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is apartment two. I've traveled out of the country. I've done adult films. Like, I've lived a life on my own. But for some reason, there is a crowd of people that want to critique my life. And yeah, I just can't. I don't have the energy for any of it right now. Right now, my only focus is the baby steps. Like really, it really is. I just want to do the baby steps. I want to save $1,000 in an emergency fund and leave it there for emergencies. I want to pay off my debt. My debt total is $7,300 and change. So it's still around 7,400. I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna call it 7,400. And then I gotta put 3 to 6 months emergency funds, and I'm going for the 6 months to 1 year range because it just makes sense. And then invest 15% of my income in retirement. And because I'm not having children, I'm not going to pay anybody's college. No, screw that. I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna invest more money. And then I'm not gonna buy a house. Like I don't have the energy to own a house, maintain a house, deal with housing stuff. I'm not the person to have a house. Like, I'm not. But I need a place to live. So we're gonna rent. We're gonna go through the baby steps and move out of this apartment. That is the goal. That's the goal, is to do all these baby steps. Thank you, Dave Ramsey, for laying them out clear. Follow them up to baby step 4, and then save enough for first and last and the next place, plus furniture. Yeah, plus furniture. I'm probably going to donate this furniture for the next place and buy new furniture for the next place. Just because of stuff that's happened in this place, it just makes sense to just donate the furniture from this place and move on to a next place. And then, like, just, I mean, if I give people money to charity, okay, fine. I'm okay with that. Kids in college, never gonna happen. I don't care. If you have kids in college and they want to go to college, they can figure it out on their own. I ain't giving nobody no college money. No. No. But if I give you like $100 gift, fine. Sure. Great. We're not there yet. We're still in baby step 0, which is getting current and being ready. You have to be ready to do this. That's the thing about this whole baby step thing. You have to be ready to do it. Like, you could have a sick and tired moment, but if you're sick and tired and not ready, none of it will happen. I'm in the place where I'm ready to do this thing. And I broke down my numbers. Like I have. I broke it down so much where I'm exhausted by it. Like the charts I always talk about of like making money, especially for webcam models. Yeah, it could be slow. Summertime income making could be slow. But if you're making $5 a day, you're still going to be able to at least most likely pay for the internet bill. And then if you can throw in, groceries and all that, you're going to have to beat up to $20 a day. And then if you got like rent and all those things, you're gonna have to do $100 a day. Like it's just what it is. You do $100 a day, that's $3,000 for the month. Most likely, if you're webcamming and making $3,000 a month, you're okay. Like, you're not rich, but you have money coming in. You live to fight another day. Most likely the internet bill is paid. Most likely your computer is up and running. You want to put money in savings to make sure you can replace your computer. And I don't get that. There is a lot of cam models, actually not a lot. There's a handful of cam models that their computer has died on them and they don't have money to replace the computer. The whole job description is to have a computer and a webcam plus internet. How do you think you're going to keep doing this if you don't have money to replace your equipment? Like really, like I don't get it. I don't get that logic. I don't get that logic at all. Like I got two. I'm working on computer one, and right beside me is computer number two, and outside is computer number three. Computer number three could still work, even though computer three is the slowest computer I have. Computer three is an AMD 6 computer that has 4 gig of RAM, but if I really need that thing, it'll get the job done. Like assuming that computer one, that's the iCore 7 machine, dies, and the iCore 5 machine dies on me, yeah, I can still use computer number three. The one outside, that's the AMD 6 with 4 gig of RAM. It still will work. It still will work. Like I'm at the point I have a backup and I have a backup for the backup. And even though there's a short period of time, I was using my tiny little netbook that had like it was way slower than the computer outside. Oh, chat's up there. Sky Jackson, how you doing? Honestly, I want to thank you for making these videos. Spreadsheet be on point, by the way. Yeah, my spreadsheet, because growing up, I took computer classes. I took, high school was all computer classes. Before high school, mom put me in computer camp. Visiting dad on weekends. Before he got dial-up internet, we only had Microsoft Word and Paint, Paintbrush, that software to play with, and Minecraft. So I can rock a spreadsheet if I need a spreadsheet. It's very basic. It pretty much does my addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. That is it. It doesn't do like much of that. I don't do bar graphs. I don't need to do bar graphs. It's strictly my budget. And all I do every month is I go down here, I press duplicate, and it duplicates the budget, and I'm ready to go. Like that's it. Like May is going to be over, and then I'll delete May because I don't need to keep May until December. I really don't care that my average amount of spending on groceries is roughly about $300 a month. That's like I don't need to sit one day and then look back the whole year of how much money I'm spending. I'm only taking care of myself. Like, I don't need to reminisce on, oh, I spent $600 on this. Who the hell cares? If you're making enough money, you don't need to nitpick at every little dollar all the time. Eventually, you have a rough idea exactly how much it costs to be you or take care of your family and all those things. Like, yeah, when you're in debt and your spending is out of control and you have no idea of when your next paycheck's going to be or when you can make your next payment on some bill, like your car payment or whatever, yeah, you need a budget to keep you on track. Because the budget helps, especially when bill collectors call and they want money. I used to crumble. Now, bill collectors call and they want money for something. I say I don't have it because I have to take care of what Ramsey calls four walls, which is your shelter, somewhere up here, and then groceries and my transportation. That's it. Like, that's it. If I haven't made sure that, hey, I can eat food and I can go to my doctor's appointments, I'm not paying nothing in the collection category. And here's what I also realized about the collection category of my debt. My debt actually should be $500 more, but because the thing that's in collections, nobody's calling me for it, and the way that the collection rules work here, it'll eventually disappear from my credit report. And then because I have an active credit card with Capital One, because this is round 3 for Capital One, credit card companies are funny. If you give them enough time, like if you have a card and you default on the card and you wait like a couple of years, they'll give you a card. This is card number 3 from this company. And then my bank. My bank will happily give me a card if I have money set aside in savings. And they'll put that in a what they call a GIC investment fund. Let it sit there, give me the credit card. I will rebuild my credit. And then within 6 months to a year of paying good on the credit card, they'll give me another card. Like a legit card without any funds secured attached to it. The rebuilding of your credit is the most easiest thing in the entire world. If you're in North America, it's the most easiest thing in the entire world. Because of what I've been through, if you saw my sick and tired video where I'm really exhausted and emotional, rounding up all my debt, all my history of bankruptcy and bipolar psychosis and unruly spending and not paying attention and feeling bad about myself because of I left home early at 18 and I had to survive on my own, but my parents wanted me to feel bad for every decision I ever made as a child. They still do that. They still bring up that nonsense. I'm over 30 and my family still brings up little nitpicky things that I did at the age of 0 to 18, and they want me to be responsible for it, but they are the adults. Makes no sense whatsoever. Like, really. This is why the whole funeral wedding thing that happened this month, I stayed home. I stayed home. Family barbecue coming up, I'm staying home. Christmas, I don't know yet. But Christmas, I'm making sure I have money to leave when I'm ready to leave. I can tell you that much. And that will only happen if the budget, income part of the budget, has it there. If there's no money to go see my family and make sure that I have an exit strategy so I can get home and be safe, I ain't going to see them. It's a whole thing now. The whole thing now with Ramsey Solutions and listening to Dave Ramsey show, listening to the podcast, he has many things on there about setting boundaries. Many things about setting boundaries. And now I'm at the point now of you're over 18 and you decide to work as a webcam model, you need to start setting boundaries with your family. The minute you get your first paycheck from webcam, you have to set your boundaries with your family because you're going to have to pay your taxes on that money. You're going to have to plan about moving out of the house. Like, seriously, move out of the house. Get a roommate. Doesn't matter. If you're webcamming, you got a roommate and you want a webcam when the roommate's living there, you set the boundaries. Like, it's seriously this. Because this income is really real. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta tell people this is a real thing, because I've been doing it since 2003, and we're now in 2019, and I'm going to be 35, and I still webcam because the companies I work with are still paying me. Yeah, like, I don't know. Some of you guys just really need to grow up. Like, really, just grow up. Get on a budget, build your savings, move out of the house. Like, do whatever it takes. Work at McDonald's, webcam, like, set your money, move out of the house. as fast as possible. And especially if home is toxic. If you like your family and they're healthy and they're happy and whatever, okay, fine, you figure out that schedule. If they're not, set the boundaries and run away from them. You don't owe them anything. They gave you life. They somehow magically kept you alive until you turned 18. Time to move out of the house. I've done it. It's scary as shit. It is. It is ridiculously scary. Moving out at 18 with no plan and magically happening to fall into webcam and magically happen to fall into a place I can live and stay. I got lucky. I did. I got lucky. But I took advantage of the opportunity. The tax on savings only happens when you don't have a savings account that is a registered savings account. So in Canada, you can have a registered retirement savings account and the tax-free savings account. And then if you max out the contribution room and you still want to save money, the other thing about capital gains on your investments, the capital gains account, like an investment account, like you want to invest more money in mutual funds outside of your retirement savings and your tax-free savings, that third account or whatever accounts you have or how many you have, those will, you have to pay taxes on those. But not all my savings accounts are tax. It's just, yeah, plus my income bracket. I'm in a really low income bracket right now based on my tax filing over the years. Right now I'm in a poverty line income bracket. Yeah. And the thing is with banking, there's a lot of options. I just rearrange my banking stuff where the only reason I keep my brick and mortar bank, because I've been with them since I was 18, um, but I might not have my retirement savings with them. But I'm curious about having my retirement savings with my brick and mortar bank just to see how it would look when I retire after I reach baby step 4. But I discovered I can do Wealth Simple. There's Nest Wealth. They're like an investment company, robot 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 advisor investment companies that I can work with to save my money. So basically I can have somebody I can talk to about my investment plans. And then, yeah. So when I reach that baby step, it's a whole different game plan. Like really, it's a whole different game plan. Because, where is it? I added it in. Yeah. Like I have my sinking funds. Those are specific saving goals for certain purchases. Then I got my investment category. I broke it down. I have like 4 accounts just for investment savings, building my wealth. That's it. When I get there, all my basically once I reach that step, half of my money or more than half of my money, up to like 60% of my money will be in savings. And then my spending will change up where I'll have money in my account just to pay the credit card and I'll spend off the credit card. Yeah. Like I basically broke it down. I have one credit card for business expenses and then one credit card for personal expenses. And then money and savings would just pay off the credit card bills in full. And then I'll live like that. And then like more than half my money will go into savings. And it's also because I'm not having children. So I decided that the disposable income that would be go towards raising children would go in investing. And I'm not going to buy a house. The only way I would buy a house is if the relationship I'm in, he wants to buy a house with me. That's it. And then depending on how we set up this whole housing situation, if we own the house, um, I'm not going to take care of it if there's nobody else around the house to take care of it. Which means if I have a partner and the partner dies and he leaves me the house, I'm going to sell the house. Like, I planned out everything. Like, yeah, this is what you do when you're an adult. You plan out everything and you stick with it. It's pretty much of like when your family says you're grounded, end of story. Kind of the same thing with your money. You tell your money what to do and the money obeys. Your money obeys. That's it. Like, I mean, the only way money will run away from you if you let it run away from you, which means you're doing something to let your money run away from you. Because it's pretty laid out. Like, if you want to go and read all the financial books out there, there's hundreds of them. There's hundreds of them. Like, Dave Bach right now is releasing his book Latte Factor. Um, the guy who made I Would Teach You to Be Rich website just new edition his book. Like, almost everybody got a book on money. Just pick somebody and follow it. And you don't need to follow everybody. It'll confuse you. Like, I choose the budget system because, one, I need to get back on track. Two, I need to remind myself I'm an adult. I can make decisions for myself. The budget reminds me I can make decisions for myself. And even if the month screws up for some reason, it fixes itself eventually. As long as I'm working every day the way that I should be working every day, the budget gets back on track. The only way the budget gets out of control is if I stop making money, and then yeah, if I stop making money, the budget's like, there's nothing I can do much in the budget. The budget only survives when I'm working. Like, the budget survives when I'm working. Like, it's just what it is. The budget just shows me, hey, I did this, I did that, okay, great, you need to work on this. That's it. If I want to do absolutely nothing, I can go back and hide under the covers and avoid everything. But it doesn't really solve anything. Like, it really doesn't. I mean, yes, my bipolar, sometimes I have a couple days where I have no sleep. No sleep, no energy, and I'm wide awake. It's exhausting. It really is. And then it takes about 3 or 4 days to get back on a sleep schedule. Luckily, I'm still waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning. That took a lot of planning, a lot of trying, and a lot of not getting mad at myself that I screwed up. Like, great, so I'm wide awake for 4 days straight. People would feel bad about that. I didn't. I'm like, I know sleep will come. I know not right now I'm not sleeping. Let me do whatever I can to not use a lot of energy until I can get back on a proper sleep schedule. It's gonna happen the rest of my life. There's really nothing I can do about it except realize this is temporary. When I have more energy to do all the things I need to do in the day, I'll get to it. Then there's the other things that I can't really avoid. Like bill due dates, when bills are due. Yeah, right now I have too many of them. There's too many of them. Like, there's also that. When you control the budget, when you don't have any debt, you minimize what bills are due on what day. Because it gets exhausting when you have a bill due every week. Or you got a bill due like every third day. Like, yeah. Right now I got a bill due every week and I freaking hate it. Like, I really hate it. So I need to cut half of them out. Where I only need rent, insurance, my electric bill, the phone bill, internet bill, and that's it. And yeah, a credit card, right? Because I'm still keeping credit cards. But right now I have too many stuff on the credit section. Because really I look at it this way. I only really need one solid credit card. Like a personal credit card. One. The business needs one credit card. That's it. Phone, internet, I'm going to need that. That's how my business operates. Insurance, I'm going to need that. Rent, place to live, I'm going to need that. The electric bill, Well, for this to be running, you need power. You're gonna have to pay for that. Transportation, there's so many options. Just pick one that you like. Just keep it as low cost as possible. Like really, the whole transportation thing, people need to move, and you can't walk everywhere. We're not doing that. We're not walking in horse and buggy everywhere. So pick a transportation that you like and keep the costs as low as possible. And then we do need entertainment. The human condition has evolved. We need some type of entertainment. Keep it low. Keep the cost low. It doesn't need to be that expensive. Like, yeah, like, there's so many things you can do. You can keep the cost low on entertainment. But you need something. Otherwise, you're going to go stir crazy. And clothes, you don't need to be buying clothes every damn week. I don't know how people shop that much. I shop for groceries. I shop for some stuff. I maybe shop like twice in a month, and I'm good. Because here's the thing, the more clothes you have, the more laundry you have. I'm not trying to do laundry every day. I'm trying to do laundry every other week. Because the joys of working from home and not needing a lot of clothes to wear, I can cut down my laundry down to every other week or once a month. Figure it out. You have too many clothes. Like seriously, you have too many clothes if you're doing laundry every week. Like seriously. Yeah. What else is there? We did the budget. We know what happened in May. May was awful. I had to deal with family stuff and medical stuff. June, excited about it. It's 30 days of June. The goal is $100 a day income because I want to get rid of this debt. The debt I'm talking about is the payday loan and my student loan. The payday loan is the most pain in the ass thing I got. Stupid mistake. Seriously stupid mistake. Nothing I can do about it. The loan is like a year and a half of getting $379 of my money every month. I can do a lot with $379. Yeah, there's that. So, I'm really hoping I can get this loan paid off by February. That'd be awesome. That way I don't have to have this loan for another summer. Because I really don't want to see this loan next summer. I really don't. Like, I just want to cash my checks, save my money, pay off one credit card. And the credit card is better than the loan because of credit cards really control your spending if you know what you're using it for. A payday loan is a life-sucking vampire. It really is. It's a life-sucking vampire. Like, yeah. And the only reason I end up walking in the payday loan places is to cash my checks from webcam. That's the only reason. Like, that's the only reason. Now, with this whole budget thing, I got to figure out how to deposit my checks in my bank, my online bank. My online bank posts those things for 30 days. That means I need 1 month of expenses saved up while I'm waiting for checks to clear in my bank account. That's the only way it's going to work. Yeah, that's the only way it's going to work. Which means I got to make sure I'm doing $100 a day. And the thing is, the $100 a day, some days I won't make $100 a day. But if I work enough days in the month, it averages out to $100 a day. And if you're not averaging out to the target you set for yourself, because of the more days you work, you're more likely to hit the target. And if you don't hit the target, you're doing something wrong. Webcamming is that simple. Like, yeah. And I'm really like I said before in other videos, of people messaging me and they're not able to make their income targets. That's your problem. I cannot fix that. I have my own problems. I really do. I've got my own set of problems I have to fix. All of this, me talking about being a webcam model and my budget and my lifestyle, is to keep me accountable. It does. Keeps me accountable. Documents like my mood and changes and things like that, and people see like, anybody can do this. If I can get out of this funk that I'm in, this mess I created for myself, you can get out of your own mess. Clean up your own stuff. Clean up your own stuff. If somehow this is inspirational, inspiring for you, awesome. I'm not here to make that intention. I don't come on here to make that intention. I come on here to show you that this is how a budget looks like. This is how I stick to my budget. This is how I stick to my goals because they're right there in my face every day. Yeah, I have things I want to do. If I'm doing all of this work of taking my medications, going to therapy, setting boundaries to live my better life, I want more money in my bank account. And I'm doing whatever it takes to make that happen. So if I can make that declaration for myself that I want to have a whole bunch of money in my bank account because I work so hard for it, why can't you do that for yourself? Like there's so much opportunity now where everybody should have income coming in and a side hustle coming in. And honestly, there's enough information out there that everybody should not be living paycheck to paycheck. Like the world is as rich as it could possibly be without being royalty. Like really. Like, yeah. Without being a royalty or a celebrity, you can have a lot of money all by yourself. And maybe a really solid, trustworthy team. Make it happen. Like, oh, Lordy. Yeah, just make it happen. I'm trying to make it happen. Why can't you go make it happen? Yeah. All right. We're done. So first time you see my face and you want to see more of this face, subscribe to this channel. If you want to know when I'm going live or I uploaded a video or whatever that's happening on this channel, you gotta click that bell notification thing. It'll tell you or send you an email or when that happens. Comments, chat, that's open. I read them, yes. If you're gonna take the time to write me some negative stuff on my channel, I will delete them. I don't even read them. Like really. If you like, I don't get how you have time to watch me go on for an hour or two and then you write back like a long 30, 300 word to 1,000 word thing that's pure negative. You really have nothing better to do if you're gonna post something negative on my channel. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Smooches.